Okay guys, so this is the first video in a series that I am starting on the C programming language. So the C programming language is something fairly common. You might have heard of it before or not. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. So first of all, I'll say what a programming language is. So you may know that the computer, it doesn't understand English. It only understands binary, which is ones and zeros. That's it. A programming language seems at least closer to English than ones and zeros. It's not exactly English, but it's fairly close. So how does it get from how does it get from what you type, the programming language, into ones and zeros? Well, you have to use a program called a compiler, which I'll talk about later. So why should you learn C? Today, C is not used much directly in the application in programming applications, but right now pretty much every single good language is based on C, such as Java, C++, C Sharp, all this. So learning C really helps you master those those languages a lot faster than if you were to learn those languages first. Um, so how was C made? It was made by people at Bell Labs, Ken Thompson and his friends. Ken Thompson is the creator of Unix. Unix is an operating system just like Windows 7, which I'm on currently, and Mac OS 10. So he originally wrote Unix in assembly language, which is much closer to ones and zeros than C is. So then, because he thought assembly was too annoying, he created a language called B, and B was the basis of C. So now I'm going to talk about tools that you need. You only need one for this, or at least one if you're using what I'm using, which is Visual Studio 2010 Express, specifically the C++ version. So you might be asking, why C++? I'm writing in C, which is true, but C++ is something that's called a superset of C, which means that it has all of C features. So if you write a C program and compile it with a C++ compiler, no worries. So what is a compiler? A compiler basically as I was talking about earlier, it translates what you type, the programming languages, into ones and zeros for the computer to understand. We'll talk about the compiler much more in depth in a future video. Alright, so just download and install this. By the way, I'll post this link. You need the Visual C++ 2010 Express. So install this, and then I already have it, so I won't do it. And this is called an IDE because what it is basically what you do is you type the code, you compile the code, you run the code, you debug the code, you do everything in one program. If you use something like a GCC, which is GNU's version, then what you would do is type the program in Notepad, compile it in a command prompt using GCC, then you would run it through command prompt. Then if you had an error, you would have to go back to Notepad. Then if you wanted to debug it, you have to have another tool for that, and so on. So if you want to do everything like I do it, which is in one program, just get this one. So download and install it, and that's it. I'll put this link in the description. So that's basically it for our first video, guys. I'll try and post more videos, one a week, and but I'm fairly busy, so if that doesn't happen, you know why. So in the next video, we'll talk about I guess we'll just jump right in. We'll talk about the first program. Alright guys, see you later.